Welcome to Bingeworthy. We are talking Schitt's Creek today.
Woo!
Yeah. And we've got an addition to our lineup.
Yes.
Well, she's been on a lot.
She's been on a lot, but a lot of the later ones have been us.
Yeah,
But this time
so-
we've added... Who's our special guest?
Molly Southgate.
I don't know if you're really a special guest. You're just...
I'm not special.
I think.
I am very special.
Yeah. Okay. I'm Rob Southgate.
I'm Martha Southgate.
And Molly's our daughter. She has been on a number of these episodes.
Yes.
Some of the shows aren't appropriate. She's not.
This one is probably not, but for her it is.
Right.
And this
Don't
is
not gonna
show
be on
your
Orange is
kids
the New
this
Black.
show.
What was that?
Don't show your kids the show unless they're like me.
Nobody's like you.
So don't show your kids this show.
without screening it first.
Yes.
Yes.
To make sure it's something that they would enjoy.
So, Martha, you want to tell us about Schitt's Creek?
Well, it's Canadian. How about that? We could start there.
Okay.
It was created by Eugene and Daniel Levy.
Yes, and we're big Eugene Levy fans.
Okay,
Yes.
and now even more Daniel Levy fans.
Yeah, Daniel Levy is...
Oh, Daniel Levy is
amazing.
He's
favorite
my hero.
person ever.
I think he is mine as well. And he's also the
But
male
Annie,
me.
I love Annie Murphy, too.
Yes.
She's kind of, sadly, I'm Alexis.
Yes. So it first premiered January 13th, 2015 on the Canadian Broadcast Company's channel, they're on CBC.
Right.
And
we get it here on a channel called Pop.
way to
Oh, sorry.
my
Sorry. I
notes
jumped right
here.
ahead.
So Eugene Levy and Daniel Levy executive produce and write it.
Are they Canadian?
Yes.
They are Canadian.
Okay.
Yes.
And it stars Eugene Levy as Johnny Rose and Catherine O'Hara, so back together again.
Yes.
We loved them in Best in Show.
I love
and
them with all of my
SCTV
heart.
and all the other
SCTV,
things.
yeah, they're just awesome.
Rogers coffee. Good.
So Eugene Levy, Catherine O'Hara plays his wife in this. Daniel Levy plays David, their son. Annie Murphy plays their daughter Alexis.
Me.
Chris Elliott, who Rob and I have
Oh my gosh,
loved
we've always
for
loved
all
Chris
time.
Elliott.
He plays Roland Schitt.
Yes.
Okay. And that's, you know what? It seems at first like it's just going to be a lot of poop jokes or
Right,
whatever.
'cause of the
It's
name
really
of it.
not.
No.
It's like
It's
they kind
actually-
of get it out of their system, no pun intended.
But you know what's funny is
What?
I didn't catch the Roland shit
Really?
not
Yeah, I
right away.
didn't.
How
I
about
knew his name was
Jocelyn
Roland,
shit?
and I didn't catch Jocelyn either because it was like 3, 4, 5 episodes in. I'm like, wait a minute, his name is Roland Shit.
And his
I
wife.
got Roland, but I did not get Jocelyn.
Oh,
until you
Jocelyn
pointed-
shit.
pointed
Yeah, it's
it out.
hilarious.
This is
That's
not an
his wife.
explicit episode because, frankly, we keep saying this, but
It's
it's
their last name.
Schitt.
Yes, and it's their last name. But
Yeah.
Jennifer Robertson plays his wife Jocelyn.
It's
Shit.
okay.
And then their
It's his sister.
And
it's okay.
their son is Tim Rosen, who's his character is Mutt. We haven't figured out the joke there yet. Mutt shit.
Yeah, right.
It's really not.
Yeah.
I figured it out.
I don't think you did. Emily Hampshire is one of our favorite characters, Stevie.
Yes, she's so good.
And-
She's also, so you guys know, she is on the show 12 Monkeys.
Oh,
And
so we need to watch that.
12 Monkeys
immediately.
is really good.
I'm not allowed to watch 12 Monkeys.
And I
don't think
watched
I am.
the pilot. She was so good in that, and I didn't know her. That was the first time I'd seen her. So when I saw Schitt's Creek, I'm like, oh, I loved her on 12 Monkeys. Here she is.
Here she is. Dustin Milligan plays Ted, and Sarah Levy, Daniel's sister and Eugene's daughter, plays Twyla. And
Yes.
we love Twyla on this.
I love Twyla.
Now, funny thing today,
Yes.
we were at a restaurant,
Oh.
and our waiter looked exactly like Ted.
Yes.
And but he had no personality.
So he was like season 1 Ted.
Yeah,
So Molly
season one,
kept
Ted didn't have
he's-
personality.
So Molly kept saying, our waiter is season 1 Ted, because we love season 2 and season 3 Ted.
Yes.
But we did not love season 1 Ted. So
Right.
hang
So,
in
like-
there when
Well,
you're
they
binging.
they almost wrote season 1 Ted out too. I don't know if they were really planning to keep him around.
Oh, but he's fantastic.
he's so
amazing.
great.
He's one of my favorite characters now.
Yeah.
Mine too.
Well, when they brought him back in season 2, the way they brought him back from then on,
Yeah.
he's been awesome.
Oh, he's been
And-
fantastic.
And there is one thing I want to say about this.
Yeah.
Now, this is a comedy. It's
It is a
pretty
comedy.
straight up comedy, but it's got so much depth to it.
Yes.
Which you
Yeah.
don't expect, especially in the beginning. You're like,
Yeah.
okay, I get the joke. it's funny. The characters are funny.
No.
And then it starts progressing, and you're going, it's getting deeper.
Yes.
And like now, the evolution of the characters.
Oh my God.
I don't know
Oh, yeah.
where this is going.
It's incredible. And they really, really
and this is brilliant, right?
evolve. I mean,
It's
it is not
exceptional.
superficial. It's not your typical sitcom.
No.
And the
No, no.
characters, in the beginning, you almost love to hate them. Like, they're kind of
Well,
a little bit
they're like
despicable
they're
at
like
first.
one percenters, and they're awful.
Yes. But
not-
they're not.
But not awful in a way like
that they're off, that they're,
yeah, that
they're not
awful,
ugly
awful.
characters.
They're just awful because
They're just-
they think that's how you act.
Yes.
Yeah,
They
they're
think you just-
clueless. But if you think about it, like even when they go to the diner, they say rude things.
Yes.
But it's not mean spirited.
Right.
And they don't say it to Twyla's face, really.
Well, then that's
but
bad.
But they don't say it. They do, but they don't say it. Once again, it's not coming from a mean space. It's really interesting how they write it.
Yeah.
It's just them like, woohoo, yeah, this is how we live our lives.
Yeah. I really think that the writing on this is exceptional.
Well-
and for what is essentially a sitcom.
Yeah.
This is one of these very elevated sitcoms
Yes.
that I didn't expect. I saw the pictures on Netflix. I was vaguely aware of it. I'm like, it's Eugene Levy. It's Catherine O'Hara. We're gonna
Yeah.
like it. This was.
This show has made me legitimately cry. Like,
Yeah, I get it.
and at the finale of season 3,
Oh yeah.
I felt,
I didn't finish.
I felt like a death for me. Like, I couldn't believe that I couldn't keep binging.
yes.
I was like my best friends were leaving my house.
Yes.
It was so hard for me.
Well, and these
to let it
seasons
go.
are short. They're
Yes.
It's like British TV.
There are 13 episodes.
13 episodes, and then you
Yeah.
wait.
Yeah.
But you know what?
But
There
now
is-
you don't have to wait because we have
you're gonna
39. You could start binging right now.
But the deal with it is, you get such a higher caliber.
Yes.
When you have to stretch it out to 24 episodes,
Yes.
I think that you build your arcs, and you got a long time to go.
And it's
And the
hard to
joke gets
keep up
old.
the pace.
Yeah.
And it's hard to keep the characters as interesting. But when you have 13 episodes, you are clamoring for more. So they were picked up for the 4th season, which I'm thrilled about.
Oh, yay.
And they premiered in the U.S. On February 11th of 2015.
Okay.
Pop picked them up. And so
Well,
we
and
didn't
Pop-
know about it though until recently, and we binged all 3 seasons all at once.
Well, what was funny is the 3rd season was on.
Yeah.
We binged the first 2 while the 3rd was on, and then we were like, we got to get into the 3rd season.
Yes.
So then we watched that on demand. We watched it a different way. And,
That one had commercials.
And we are waiting
It was awful.
for season 4 now.
Yes.
It's
I
painful.
didn't finish
It's so
season
good.
3, so I'm really upset. I'm like, gotta
We'll
finish
get
it,
there.
gotta finish
Yeah,
it.
you got to
get
finish
there.
it because Dad and I finished
Especially
it.
the last episode. Well, we've done it twice.
Yes.
We've already binged it twice.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yes. And we quote it daily.
Yes.
Oh, I don't understand what you're saying right now.
And
Oh my God, David.
Yeah.
it is so ridiculous
Yeah.
on so
The
many
premise
levels.
is ridiculous. The situations are ridiculous.
Yes.
But you know what? It
But they're
has
not.
The
They're-
spirit of like it's what I expect from SCTV
Yes.
alums. It's that like, the Monty Python guys had a certain way they did things.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday Night Live people have a certain way their comedy comes out. This is one of the first SCTV. I mean, this is a Eugene Levy thing.
Mm-hmm.
You've had people from SCTV on things. Dave Thomas has done a lot. We've had him break through.
Rick Moranis.
But I'm talking TV.
Oh, okay.
Episodic TV. This is one where it's like,
Well,
okay.
Rick Moranis had shows in the 80s.
Did he?
I will look it up.
Okay, you better look it up because he did Strange Brew, but then he did movies.
Oh, I heard you talking about Strange Brew.
He did Ghostbusters and he did
Hang
Parenthood.
on.
Who did Ghostbusters?
Rick Moranis. Remember, he was the accountant. He was the neighbor
Wait.
in the original Ghostbusters. I could do your taxes. That's him.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
My
and all
favorite
that.
person ever.
And Eugene Levy has had quite the career with like the American Pie movies. He was the draw there, like the comedic draw. He did so many of those, and he was Jim's dad, you know, so a whole generation knows him that way. And then Catherine O'Hara's been in everything. Everybody knows her from Home Alone.
Yes.
You know, plus everything else she's ever done has been
and both of them from all the Best in Show and all those movies.
I was just about to say Best in Show,
Mighty Wind, all those.
Mighty Wind. What was the other one?
Waiting for Guffman.
I love Waiting for Guffman.
Rick Moranis was on the Bob and Doug cartoon. He was on Gravedale High, SCTV, Rise Up, The Walking Dead.
Oh, they have a new Walking Dead thing, Rise Up?
That was a special,
wasn't
it?
And Twilight Theater.
Yeah, see, these are not... He stopped because this isn't about Rick Moranis.
He's not even on the show.
He's worth looking up.
Oh my
gosh. A really
he's
interesting,
pretty awesome.
Well, I was just
somewhat
trying to
tragic
remember.
Story, but now he's actually coming back.
What was the story?
So basically, you should look it up to get the whole story. But in a nutshell, his wife got sick, I believe, and he retired from acting to take care of his wife.
Aww.
And he hasn't done anything. I mean, he was really top of the game there for a while. And after Parenthood, I mean, he was really, so Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, he was huge. And he just stopped. And then it wasn't until recently that people started saying, what happened to Rick Moranis? And that's what it was. Now,
what happened to Schitt's Creek? Because we're supposed to be talking about that.
I know.
So how about we talk about that?
I do.
But Rick Moranis is so amazing.
I want something I want to talk about that's outside of this, too.
Oh, for gosh sakes.
There's
why are you on this show?
Moira joins, that's Catherine O'Hara's character. She joins a singing group in it. She does some singing here.
The Jazz
Did you guys know that she has a sister in real life that is actually a very good singer?
No.
Her sister is Mary Margaret O'Hara, I think. She's Canadian. I've only heard it, so this is deep cut stuff. I've only heard it on vinyl. I've never seen it anywhere but on album probably 30 years ago. And I heard it and I was like, this is really cool. Kind of different, very alternative. So when she's singing on here, I'm like, she has a musical family.
Yeah.
She's not quite so musical in this.
She's not supposed to be. It's awesome.
So what the premise is that they are a really uber wealthy family, and their lawyer, whoever is managing their accounts, didn't pay their taxes and stole their money and ran, and so they lose everything except the only thing that the government didn't want was this town that Eugene Levy had bought for his son as a joke.
Yeah.
Johnny bought it for David as a joke.
Because it's called
Schitt's Creek, and he thought it was funny.
Well, actually, and they were so upset with him because they were like, it was a joke. You should have just taken a picture of the deed and said, this is for you.
Right.
Exactly. You don't actually buy the town.
Right. And then he's like, no, I bought it. They're going, ew.
Yeah. So that's the only place they can go.
Yeah.
And they get, they stay in a 2-room motel, like adjoined rooms, and that's where they have to live. And it's a rundown motel, and in this tiny, tiny little town.
Right.
And it's
a hotel that Stevie runs.
Yes. And it's just, it starts out and you think this is a joke that's going to run its course.
And it's
does not.
A situational comedy where you're like, okay, I get what's going on.
Get to the second season.
Oh, yeah.
And the first season is awesome.
First season is amazing.
No, but for a lot of people, if they go, I watched the first episode, the story didn't grip me or whatever. Oh my gosh, you need to see how it evolves.
Because it gets exceptional.
And then, and you know what's interesting is the ratings. The first year it was like, and then the second season, it went up at least, I think it said at least 20%.
Yeah.
It went up. And then this last one, it went up like 39%. They have 500,000 viewers a night.
Wow.
Or something like that. I think I read.
For a show like this, that's great.
Yes.
I can understand
and it's starting to really get momentum.
Good. Well, see,
because it is like the most underrated show on TV right now.
What's great about it, though, is it is Canadian broadcasting. The Canadian TV, if I know this correctly, is all subsidized by the government. They have like the Canadian film stuff, Canadian TV. It's all, that's why you get stuff like Degrassi, where it almost feels like a PBS show, but that's Canadian broadcasting. Okay. They do, I'm a fan of Canadian TV. There is a lot of interesting stuff that we don't
including Degrassi?
Well, no, Degrassi.
Including Slasher, of course.
Right. Well, there's stuff that we get now because of these services, but it used to be you didn't really get them and you had to kind of seek things out. There's a show called Todd and the Book of Pure Evil that I loved. I thought it was fantastic. It's really quirky and funny and weird, and it's like Buffy to the nth degree with the weird comedy. It's great. It would never get made here, and it won a couple of Saturn Awards. Now that only lasted like 2 seasons there. And then they canceled it. This is one of those shows. When we first started watching it, I thought, oh, don't cancel it. But because it's penetrated here, because it's getting momentum, hopefully that means this is going to keep going. This would not be made on American TV. I just said that, and I just realized Last Man on Earth is probably the closest thing we have to it, where it's really quirky, and it's not either a clone of The Office or Mary Tyler Moore.
This is smarter.
Oh, this is smarter,
and it's better. Yeah, by a mile. It is exceptional TV, I think, especially the further you go.
It's hysterical. It is deep. It is,
and everybody we show it to falls in love with the characters as much as we have.
Okay.
So, what do you guys think?
So
we're gonna do our thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's either
binge the heck out of it.
Heck. We call it binge the heck, Molly.
Binge the heck.
There's space it out, worth the watch. That means watch it.
It's all right, but you don't
necessarily do it, or forget it.
Yeah.
Obviously, forget it is off the table here. What do you say? Let's let Molly say first.
I say binge the heck.
Martha?
Binge the heck.
Yeah, it is a 3-tier binge the heck. Absolutely.
It is.
I don't think you could help it.
I don't think
you would sit down to watch a couple episodes, it would be done. This whole series would be done.
Yeah, because when we started, we watched the first couple episodes, and then I was tired and I went to bed, and we got up the next day and we're like, yeah, let's watch a couple more. And then it was like, we were done with the first season in like 2 days.
Well, and that's when we were like, you know what, Molly could totally watch this.
Yes.
It has some things that are
there's stuff.
she's seen in a lot of other kinds of this sort of genre. And I was like, she's gonna go crazy over David and his clothes and Alexis and her everything. And you just I don't know, you just can't help it. And so Molly absolutely fell in love with the characters. We fell in love with the characters and the writing style and the acting and everything else. And it's just one of those, enough. It's just, you can't stop.
Highly quotable shows.
Yes. Oh. And the memes. Oh my gosh. I could sit and read the memes all day long. And we keep sending them to our friends who have watched it. And it's like, there'll be something on Facebook and it's like, oh, this is totally a David. And then we send it, And
as soon as you send one, then it's like back and forth.
Yeah.
Because
they're
so funny.
It's so funny. So absolutely run to your TV
Binge the
and
heck.
Watch this and then tell us if you love the characters as much as we do.
We're going to add another tier because there's Binge the Heck.
Uh-oh.
But then there should be 1-tier TV. Should be another level. Like,
what's that?
Drop everything and watch this right now. Binge the heck means it could be a couple days, but you're gonna binge everything.
Yeah.
This is drop everything.
Like, don't sleep.
Finish listening to this and go watch and call in sick to work.
Right.
I say that's what this is. Molly, good call. We call that the binge the heck Molly edition.
So it's call in sick to work level.
Call in sick to work, yes.
Okay.
All right. Couple of bits of business. First of all, let me just get them out. We've got the, you can follow us on Twitter at SMG Binges. We also have a Facebook page. Just look up Bingeworthy Podcast. This is what I wanted to talk about. Guys, we have a Patreon page.
Woo!
Woohoo!
So look up. You can find it on our website. You can find it on our Facebook page. You can find it in Twitter. Believe me, we're telling everybody about it. Or go to Patreon and look up Bingeworthy Podcast. We did 1 tier. No screwing around. 1 tier. It's $5 a month. We're not going to do this every time. I just want to explain it here since it's new. It's $5 a month. On the months you do it, so we do an episode of Bingeworthy every week. Our criteria, which you guys might not know, is that the show has to have either is current or had to complete after 2010. Mm-hmm. So we won't do shows prior to 2010 because that's the era of Netflix and Hulu, right? So what we do for Patreon is once a month we will do something prior to 2010.
And it might be as old as 1970.
Yes, it might. And we will also take polls to figure out what we're going to do.
So you guys get to torture us.
You could torture us.
We had someone who wants us to do the Love Boat, okay?
Yeah.
That is going to hurt.
Do you know, as funny as
I
you
will
think
be
that might
on that.
You want to be on that one?
Doing an entire season of Love Boat, because you can't binge. For that, we can't do, 5 seasons or something. We can do one season. One season of Love Boat is enough to do you in. Trust me. So, but if you guys say it, we'll do it. The other thing that we do on there, so you get this bonus episode every month. The other thing is when we hit $600 for a month in donations, we add a thing, which is our Twitter binge party, which on like a Sunday night, we'll start at we'll go like 6 to 9. We'll pick a show with our Patreon subscribers. We'll pick a show. We'll name some episodes and we will start binging from that point. And we'll all be on Twitter. So we'll say 6 o'clock, start your show. And everybody will sit around and tweet with each other. Each of us here will have our own devices tweeting. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of interaction. And we can do some fun things that we've never done there, too. Who knows what shows we'll get there.
Oh, dear.
So I'm down with that. And then we also will have question and answer, special either podcasts or blog posts and things that we'll do. And they'll all be only for Patreon subscribers. So there we go. That's the business. I got it out. Is that it, you guys?
Yep.
All right.
We need to let them run to their couches.
Oh, Molly, you know our catchphrase at the end. It's
Back to the couch.